Hey, what's up? It's Kennedy. This is our first ever live, well, not live, video 411.
Yay!
Brought to you from my extremely messy closet that I work in. So, enjoy. Did you see Harry Potter before we started? He wants me bad.
Kennedy, want to see my wand?
I do, Daniel. He turned 18 this week, by the way, which for me was quite joyful.
Legal!
In Europe. I can get him drunk in Europe. Should I take him there? Okay, the big news right now, this very second, is that Nicole Richie went to court this morning for her second DUI, the one where she got back in December of last year, where she was driving the wrong way down the highway. Oops. Got 4 days in jail.
I'll consider
That gets no response. 4 days. How's she going to stay in jail? She's skinny enough to go right through the rail. I mean, come on.
Escape Nicole.
But she didn't bring up pregnancy or anything like that because people were saying she was pregnant. We still haven't heard yet. Diane Sawyer's going to be interviewing her next week, and I think that should be pretty good because Diane Sawyer's the one who gave us Crack is Whack, as you recall. So, other big news this week was Britney Spears and her continuing meltdown at the OK Magazine shoot. That episode or issue is on. It was. That happened all by itself. All by itself? My sound effects have gone all awry. So anyway, it's on newsstands now, but I'll give you the long and short of it. She went in there to do a photo shoot, and she was going to do a tell-all to talk about her mom, talk about K-Fed, talk about the kids, talk about her image. And instead, excuse me, I have a phone call? Okay. And instead, it turned out to be a complete disaster. She got there late. She didn't want to wear any of the clothes that they had set aside for her because they weren't short and tight and slutty enough. Those are her words, not mine. She made frequent trips to the bathroom, leaving the door open, bringing her assistant in with her. Is that weird, or do you?
That's hot.
It's hot? I don't think so. She's not at hot status anymore, I don't think.
I think that's her on the phone right now.
What up, Britt? Also, she decided to have some chicken before she began the interview.
Like you do.
Like you do. Well, in a $600 silk dress. And when she got done with the chicken, she didn't have any napkins, so she just kind of did one of those numbers and ruined the dress entirely. Her dog, London, which is a little Yorkie, decided to do his business on a $6,000 Zach Posen dress, and they didn't even clean it up. And as soon as they started the photo shoot, she stormed out for no reason whatsoever, taking with her over $15,000 worth of stuff from OK Magazine.
Wow.
Not a bad haul if you can get it, really. And finally this morning, Lindsay Lohan, obviously in all the news. What don't you know? She was arrested, pulled over for drunk driving, refused to take the test in the field, got back to the police station, blew a .12. They found coke on her person.
This is about Nicole Richie?
No!
Lindsay Lohan,
dummy.
Britney Spears?
Lindsay Lohan!
Paris Hilton?
Focus!
Sorry.
I can't work under these conditions. Anywho, you know most of the story, but what came out today most interestingly is the 3 people that were in the car with her when she chased down her assistant and her mom on the Pacific Coast Highway, basically saying they feared for their lives, and she pretty much carjacked them. The car was sitting there with the ignition, key in the ignition, and she just jumped in and started driving to chase down her assistant who had just quit. The assistant's mom called 911. It was a pretty hairy call. We'll try and get that on the website for you, Q107.5.com, so you can listen to it. But they said they feared for their lives, and she was obviously drunk, and when she tried to take the field sobriety test, you know, where you walk the line and do your nose, she totally missed her nose. Practice makes perfect, Lizzie. Seriously, you should. So we're waiting to see what's going to happen with her. She has a court date on August 24th, which is conveniently enough the same court date she has for the other DUI. But it doesn't look good for Miss Lindsay. Oh, best part of the story, she says that the coke wasn't hers because they weren't her jeans. Perfectly plausible.
Scarlett Johansson's pants.
Right. So there you have it, your first video 411. And you didn't hear it from me.
Woo!